Okay, good morning, everybody. We're going to get started. Thank you so much for your patience and thank you for being here this morning. My name is Vanessa Stokes and I am the Special Service Area 72 Manager. And today I just wanted to share with the community the opportunities that are here for us in Austin. And I think and the folks that we've invited today are folks that are connected with all the different opportunities that are available. So I want to start with, I want to start with Alderman Mitts. If you can open us up. Thank you so much.
Thank you and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to 37 Ward Community. Glad to have each and every one of you. But I would ask before I speak if we would bow our heads for a few minutes for a word of prayer. Turn to God, our Father, Lord, we come this morning. Thanksgiving in our heart. Thanking you for allowing us to wake up this morning. Clothes in our right mind. Putting clothes on our backs. Bringing us here this morning to obtain information that could help us to better feed our vision, our mission, learning some things that we may not have known. We ask you to order our steps, protect each and every one of us, our families. Bless our guests. Bless Vanessa for putting all this event together. We just grateful to you, God. We know you're still alive and well. That you turn the light on inside of us. That we can be children that you have called us to be. Humble in our doing. Strengthen us and guide us and build us up where we're weak. Protect us. Open our ears now, Lord, that we may be able to hear what you have for us today. We thank you and we praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you all. I'm always honored to be able to lift up our Father because he's in me. So I have to let my light shine, hoping that somebody can see the good. Some see, some don't see, but it's okay. But these opportunities here today that are going to be presented, and thank you, Lord, for being with us. As the Alderman of the 37th Ward, I'm also the chairman for the city's License Consumer Protection Committee for the city of Chicago. So I have a very close working relationship with not only small business, but all businesses. I am privileged to have served in that capacity for the last 8 years. For the city. I'm currently 21 years in as Alderman. A lot of things going on in the neighborhood. But what is important that I want to share, and this is my dream and my vision for the community. As we are coming out of the pandemic, take advantage of these opportunities. Throw away the old and look at the new. And see the light and journey that you can achieve. Take some work, but don't let people sew you off your vision. It's your vision, and you have to carry it out. You can't sell it to someone else because what he gave you, gave it to you. So focus on these business. Continue to work hard at it. Go take advantage of dreams. Now is the time for anyone who wants to have a business, you get started. This is your time. That's what I've got from the pandemic. What you didn't have, now you can't have, but you got to do something to get it. You can't sit back and try to tell somebody else what your vision is. You have to execute it and keep making those moves, and you'll eventually get there. Have that American dream like we should have. If you all do that for me, then you've made my day. Thank you. Thank you.
So first we're doing virtual too. So there's about 20 people online. And for those folks, can you please put your information in the chat? So after the meeting, we will send everybody information. And if before you leave today, please, for those folks that are in the room, please sign in. So to make sure everyone gets information sent to them. So I, as a small business owner, because I am a small business owner myself, I have my own company. One of the things that I saw in a lot of these information sessions, the thing that was missing is networking. Like one of the things that I think the opportunity for us when we're together is to share with each other, but then also ask questions to the folks that are here that can really assist us in building our businesses or expanding our businesses. So for the folks that I invited today, I'm going to share with you all who they are, and then they have like a mini information that they're going to share with everybody. And then please talk to them, find out how they can help you, get their information, connect with them. I really see that building relationships is so important. That's how I got to where I am today after 10 years of working in the community. It really happened just from building relationships with community folks. So who we have today, we have Ruben from Somercor, and Ruben works with the Neighbor Opportunity Fund, and he's going to share information about that. We have Mary Fran Riley from Allies for Community Business, and they're working with the Back to Business grant, and so she's going to share more about that. And then we have Nora from Department of Planning, and she's going to be sharing about the Small Business Improvement Fund, or STIP. And then we also have Malcolm Crawford from AAABNA. And if you could, Malcolm, come up here in just a second and please share with us what AAABNA does for the community. We also have Wintrust Oak Park. So Wintrust is about to open up a branch in Oak Park, and they're going to be assisting Austin folks. So we wanted to make sure that they were in the room. Also, we have folks from the chamber here, and also somebody else. Who else? Ed, yes, Ed from WestsideForward, and everyone here is really about technical assistance, helping each other with, just building our businesses. So Malcolm, please, can you come up and share with us AAABNA, what AAABNA does? Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everybody. That's right on time. My phone started ringing right when I get up. Well, AAABNA is Austin's African American Business Networking Association, an association of business owners. We found out back when that one of the issues was that Black business owners were not doing business with each other. And so for us to go out and ask people to do business with us, and we weren't doing business with each other, it just didn't make sense. And so we had to find a way to get to know each other. And from that, we formed that, and that was in 2003. And so we've kind of morphed over time to become a little bit of everything. And so we had the vision that there was not a place in the city, and now we figured there's not a place in the world for Black people to do business. And as I say, you can go to Lagos, Nigeria, and there's a Chinatown, 9 million Blacks, but there's no place that functions as an economic driver for Black people. And so now to be here on Chicago Avenue and to have the support of many to now have an economic driver that's starting to function for Black people is amazing. So I'm excited to be on Chicago Avenue and have these businesses coming together. I will say this, the reason why this doesn't exist is because it hasn't been done. And it's a lot to do. And so it's enough for everybody to get involved, tell everybody. And AAABNA, Corey knows more than I know just about what our program is. So Corey gonna tell y'all quickly about, program.
So just speaking to the point that Malcolm Crawford said earlier, we are here in the Soul City corridor. Can I get a couple claps, man? This is down the street at 5820 West Chicago Avenue. We actually spoke through DCEO, which I believe is Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for the Back to Business grant. So we have been ramping it up. Down at AAABNA, we are NBDC, which stands for Neighborhood Business Development Center. And we also just got another contract through BACP, which is the City Department Business Affairs and Consumer Protections, to be a Chicago business center. So, you know, now all the small businesses won't have to go all the way downtown for their small business needs. They put business centers on the south and west sides of the city for easier access for small business owners. Any small business owners you know that need help with grants, need help with assistance, please send them to our Chicago Business Center. Our Neighborhood Business Center Program Director, Caleb Palmore, is not here today. And also Kaji McMullen is our Chicago Business Center Program Manager who works with that. So please feel free to email me. info@AAABNA.org is my information. I'll be on the sign-in sheet as well. And thank you all for hearing a little bit about it.
Ruben, if you could just share with us what you do, who you are, and the opportunities that you're here to share with us today.
Sure. You want me to stand or anything? Or
Oh, no, that's fine.
Go ahead and stand.
Okay.
Your voice, Karen.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ruben Waddy with Somercor. I am the program director specifically administering the Neighborhood Opportunity Fund or NOF grant on behalf of Chicago. Just to make clear what that exactly means, the NOF grant originates from the city of Chicago and they contract with Somercor to provide administrative services, AKA boots on the ground work for the program. So that's what I am the program director for on behalf of Somercor. So the Neighborhood Opportunity Fund is a commercial redevelopment grant for those that are looking to incorporate a new storefront or redevelop a storefront in specific areas in Chicago, primarily on the south, southwest, and west sides. You can see where these locations are on our map on neighborhoodopportunityfund.com. And we also have an open application period that I want everybody to know about. I believe it runs until September 24th of this year. So I highly encourage anybody to apply. So there's a lot of details that go into the Neighborhood Opportunity Fund that I can't go into specifically right now. If you do have any questions, obviously this is operating like a speed dating seminar or speed granting seminar. So you can go ahead and reach out to me there. And also my colleague Martisab Pintar is here. She has her business cards. If not, so I can provide you with her business cards. You can reach out to me. But again, I want to emphasize that we do have an open application period going on right now. So now my phone number is 312-360-3319. And for those that are able to type fast, it's RWA D as in dog, D as in dog, Y at SO, M as in Mary, ER, C as in carrot, OR.com, RWadi at Somercor.com. So again, If we can't speak today, you can always speak to me directly later on. But again, the application period runs until September 24th, so time is of the essence, but the application has a few details that everybody needs to know about. Be happy to provide those details. Again, my name is Ruben White with Somercor, and thank you all for being here today.
Morning, everyone. My name is Mary Fran Riley. I'm with Allies for Community Business, formerly known as Axion Chicago. We rebranded in January 26th. So we have a new name, and actually we changed our lending and have a brand new website and structure at Axion. Allies for Community Business. I do that all the time. We kind of have a joke at the office when you do that. You got to go put $1 in like a little swear jar, right? Oh. So at Allies for Community Business, right now we make loans from $500 up to $100,000. Our interest rate now and through the end of the year is at 3%. Usually our interest rate is 9% because we are in that space where folks cannot get financing from a financial institution. So we help them get started. Our loans are short-term, usually 18 months. Sometimes people hear 9%, they kind of think a 30-year mortgage. No, most small businesses pay us back quickly in 12 or 18 months. The other thing that we do a lot more of that we didn't do before is one-on-one and group coaching. We always provided technical assistance to the small businesses who got a loan from us, but now you do not have to get a loan from us to get a technical assistance. We have 40 areas where we are coaching in everything from, beginning your business all the way through to succession planning. Right now today, as a matter of fact, we're having a webinar at 10 o'clock online, how to become WBE and MBE certified. So that is one area where we do, a lot of assistance. We help with small business plans. We help with financial projections. We help with procurement. Many of the hospitals and schools and larger institutions have a pot of their procurement dollars that can go to small businesses. They don't have to go to the Sodexos and everyone else of the world. Via can share that in that she's done work at Rush as a catering company. So there are opportunities within bigger institutions to help you grow your business, and we help with those procurement opportunities. Also, people who have products that they want to sell, we help them get into stores, or we help them partner with another organization that promotes small unique products to stores or online. So we make sure that not only do we provide financing to help you start your business, but we help all along the way for your business to be successful. Most of the grant programs that were stood up in our area last year, be it the City Hospitality Grant, the State Hospitality Grant, the Resiliency Fund, Big One and Big Two, were all programs that our team stood up and administered. And right now we are the partner for Back to Business. So I have flyers here for both Allies in English and Spanish on everything that we do. I saw other people put those on the table, but I'll come past the tables later. And then there are Back to Business flyers here. How many have heard of the Back to Business grant? Okay, here you go. Thanks. I'll keep one. Just briefly, I'll give you the nuts and bolts of it. It's a $250 million grant program through the state of Illinois. And it's earmarked specifically for folks who did not get the opportunity to take advantage of the other grant programs, PPP, maybe the Resiliency Fund. The businesses must have revenues of less than 20 million. in 2019 and a reduction in revenue in 2020 that totals $5,000. So you have to prove that you have a loss of $5,000. The priority is given to hardest hit industries such as hotels, salons, fitness centers, restaurants, and others. Disproportionately impacted areas, DIAs, which is where we are. Businesses who have yet to qualify for state or federal assistance, as I mentioned, including paycheck protection, restaurant revitalization, big, and more. Application is easy, and there's lots of folks, as was referenced before. AAABNA is helping with these applications. We're helping. Next Street is involved. It's very, very easy to get in and get online and get the help that you need for the application. It's pretty easy to prove up that you haven't gotten PPP or any other of the grants that are available. So this has even a QR code that you can go to and get on the application right away. At Allies for Community Business, much like NOF and other city programs, we are laser focused on the west and the south sides and southwest side. We are located at Lake and Kedzie in the hatchery building, which we built, which is a food incubator. So we also do a lot of work in the food space, and there's lots of training opportunities that the hatchery provides as well. Starting a food business 101, and most of these are free to community members. When we built the hatchery, which is a 67,000 square foot, $37 million project, it was to fill a gap in the market for entrepreneurs who have grown out of a shared kitchen but aren't quite ready for bricks and mortar. And so if there's standalone kitchens there that you can rent by the day, by the week, by the month, ideally by the year. But if you have a big event that comes up, let's just say Taste of Chicago, and you have a restaurant, and now you got into Taste of Chicago, and you have to prepare 1,000 more somethings a day. You can't do it and keep your restaurant going at the same time. So we provide a kitchen space for you to rent and get that job done, and then continue to grow your business with growing your reputation. And then we have shared kitchen. And the building is open 24 hours. The shared kitchen is only open till 10 o'clock. And there you rent, by the hour and based on what equipment you need. So if you're a baker and you need a big mixer, then it's kind of tied, your hourly rate is tied to that. But it's as low as $10 an hour up to $35 an hour. The thing that you have to have, though, to work in the building, because it is a food building, you have to have more than your safe certificate to handle food. You have to have a business license. You have to have a shared kitchen license if you go in the building. You have to prove that you have insurance. So it's not just, available for me if I want to go, bake a whole bunch of chocolate chip cookies and give them away for Christmas. I can't do that unless I've got all those other things lined up. So just a thought on that. I have business cards up here. We have 9 service delivery team members who are available all the time to talk. It's very easy. Our application is online, and signing up for coaching is on our website as well, which is A4CB.org. And we also are a licensing center, as is AAABNA and others for the new City of Chicago Community License Center programs. I am happy to answer any questions and look forward to talking and meeting those who I haven't met already. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Fran. We'll take questions afterwards. So just to let you all know, if you have any questions, we can do it after, but I'm gonna go to Nora.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. My name is Nora Curry. I'll be very quick so we can hurry up and get to the networking part. But my name is Nora Curry. I'm the program director for the Small Business Improvement Fund, or SPIF program, for the City of Chicago, Department of Planning and Development. I too work with Somercor, they are our program administrator for the SPIF program as well as the Neighborhood Opportunity Fund. Thank you, Alderman, for hosting us today. And it's what I want you to know today is that the SPIF program is similar to the Neighborhood Opportunity Fund. It's a grant for small businesses that make at under $9 million a year, or landlords that have a net worth of under $9 million. It's for commercial and industrial businesses for permanent improvements to your property. You can get grants for commercial businesses up to $150,000, for industrial businesses up to $250,000. Needs to be a permanent improvement. This is the important thing to know about SPIF right now. It is you have to be in the TIF, the tax increment financing area. That's how we get our money for the SPIF program. And we are in the Austin commercial TIF right now. And the SPIF for this area will be open for applications. We're rolling out for applications this week. We open the SPIFs for 30 days at a time. They're only open for 30 days, and you have to submit your application within that period to be considered. It is a non-competitive application. We're not going to pick and choose, but you do need to get your application within that time, and then it's open application. If we get more applications and we have funding for it, we have a lottery, and then we establish a list, and we just pick. We go through as we pick an order. But so everybody has an equal chance of getting a grant. But you need to get your application in between September 1st and September 30th at 5 o'clock. So it's important to get that done. It's a very simple application. It's like 3 pages. It gets more complicated down the line. You need to get more paperwork in. You need to pay your city debt, yada, yada, yada. Malcolm's office can help with that. The program, and there are other folks, and Malcolm always wants me to point out there are other neighborhood business development centers as well, but their program that they have with the city, the Neighborhood Business Development Center program, is there to help you for free to work out your business planning, your business licensing issues, anything that you might have to get your business ready to fulfill what you need to do. You need to do that anyway to make sure that you're running your business the way you want to and building the way you need to. So I have a map of the tax increment financing area. We can talk about it after, but you can go to our website and learn more about the SPIF. You can come talk to me. Obviously, our website is chicago.gov/SPIF, SB as in business, IF. You can enter your address, make sure you're in the TIF. It's a little wonky. If it doesn't show you in the TIF, double check with us because it's been a little funny. But give us a call and come and talk to me. Thank you. I have flyers over here too. I'll grab them.
All right. Thank you, Nora. Thank you.
So at Allies for Community Business, we will make the loan that you need to pay upfront for SPIF.
Thank you.
So with your SPIF contract, we will make the loan, get the work done, and then we get paid when that happens. So we will advance the money to them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. 3%.
Okay, thank you so much, Mary. This is great. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to, we have Ed here from WestsideForward. Ed, please, can you share with us?
Your camera. Hello, everybody. Like Mary Fran, they just went through their name change. We went through ours really a couple of years ago, but people still think of us as Bethel New Life. Bethel New Life. Bethel New Life still exists, but that's not what I am, even though I was the CEO of Bethel New Life. When we spun off WestsideForward a couple of years ago, we did that with the intent of making sure that people understood, number one, the difference. Bethel's doing great stuff. Bethel's doing great stuff, especially with respect to senior housing and real estate types of things. WestsideForward, which is who I am, CEO of WestsideForward, is laser focused on the economic transformation of Chicago's West Side, right? So we're engaged in business development activities, workforce development activities, and investment on the West Side. Doing a lot of things in that arena. I want to shout out the Austin Chamber. I'm actually I'm on various boards. I'm the chair of the board of the Austin Chamber. Tina Augustus is the executive director of that organization. I believe that we've done much to make sure that that organization is being viewed as a viable Austin organization for the business community. And Tina's done a lot to drive us in that direction. So I want to give her kudos for that. No question. Alderman Mitts was mentioned earlier. One of the things that she's great at, I know she does a lot of things behind the scenes. I had been arguing and fighting with Amazon about how come they weren't making, doing all these opportunities outside of, like places like University Park and various other places that nobody in their right mind from the West Side would want to take advantage of. Lo and behold, in June of this year, Amazon announces a West Side, really Humboldt Park, but a West Side distribution facility that will be happening. We're working with them to make sure that whatever opportunities are available, both entrepreneurship as well as workforce opportunities, are for West Side residents, Austin and others. So that's key. Things that we know we want to do and continue to do is we've done our entrepreneurship training program. I think you may have even been involved in that.
I was a participant.
So Vanessa has a business, and I'm hopeful that what we called ETP, we changed the name of it, but we call entrepreneurship training program back then was helpful in terms of what Vanessa and a few hundred other people have done over the past few years. We're doing that. We're continuing to do that. We did it during the pandemic. We're continuing to do all that type of activity. We're an SBDC, a Small Business Development Center, representing the SBA and the state of Illinois, BCEO. We're also an MBDC, as like what Malcolm does, AAABNA. We're here because we believe that the support of businesses is critical. And please come to us. I mentioned the Amazon thing, but we are working with Amazon to establish some programming, and keep your eyes open for that. Tomorrow, we're having a celebration of our Summer Institute that we just had, which is geared toward providing people with all kinds of opportunities in high demand industries. One of those industries is, I call it additive manufacturing. The old terminology is 3D printing, but it's really more than what you think 3D printing is. So I think that's big time opportunity for people. And we will be doing that. We got a partnership with some subject matter experts. We're going to be doing that on an ongoing basis. We look at TDL, transportation, distribution, logistics, as another industry that's going to have a lot of promise. Amazon represents that, but they're not the only ones. And there are some other high demand industries that we will continue to focus on. So I just want to make sure people are aware of that. Should anybody need any assistance with trying to get a business up and running, they can come to us. My strong suggestion is to go to our website. This is WestsideForward.org and sign up for some consult. And you will talk to somebody about what it takes for you to be involved in our programming associated with entrepreneurship. By the way, I didn't mention, we're also involved in helping entrepreneurs on the Safety Academy, Public Safety Academy. And so we're doing our best to make opportunities available for people who are going to be involved in that from the community. I'm hopeful that it's not only during construction, but even well beyond construction. And I think it's up and running. There'll be opportunities for people. So that's what we're all about. And you can reach us, you can reach me at ecoleman@westsideforward.org. I gotta say, we're one of the things we're doing, we're moving out of the Bethel facility because we've known we needed to do that. That's going to help help with the confusion of us being Bethel. We're moving to a new location really in September. We'll be up and running. The address is 4100 West Birdman, and we'll be conducting all of our programming out of that facility. What did I miss? I don't know.
I think you got it all, man. Thank you so much. Wintrust here from Wintrust Oak Park, and I wanted to invite Chris Parker up here to talk a little bit about the products that they offer for Austin residents and Austin businesses. Chris?
Morning, everyone. So you guys must be asleep, huh?
No.
Good morning, everyone. Waking up now. Good to see everybody. Listen, I'm glad to be here. So my name is Chris Parker. I'm one of the vice presidents, excuse me for turning my back to you all. One of the vice presidents with Wintrust Bank. And Melissa is here and her assistant's here from Oak Park Bank. We are really, really excited to be here. It really gives us honor to be here. Here's a few things to know about Wintrust Bank. Wintrust Bank has one goal and one goal only, and that is to be Chicago's bank. How in the world do you be Chicago's bank without being Austin's bank? Impossible, right? It is impossible. So what we have to do, we have some work to get to do here. And so I am honored that Alderman Mitts, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to see your smile. And it's certainly Vanessa, and it's certainly Malcolm is here somewhere around here. Always great to see good friends and folks that we work with. But I want to talk about the work that we're trying to do here in Austin. What we've done is we've made our way probably in the last 2 years. We put a branch in Maywood, in the heart of Maywood. That's where my office is at currently. Then we're actually probably in a few short weeks or so, we'll be opening a branch at Oak Park Bank. And a few months later, there's a goal to put another bank location there. And then in the meantime, what we're doing is we're working to find a location in the heart of Austin. And so that's our project. I think you have to kind of put your money where your mouth is. You can't come to Austin and sort of be in Austin. You have to really make sure that folks know who you are, that you're a part of the community, that we are a household name, that we see that you all see the faces that you're going to be working with. And let me say this, it is just a wonderful thing to see so many key partners that's here. Let me tell the business owners that's here, you want to take advantage of everything that's here. You have Somercor, you have Bethel New Life, you have Allies for Community, WestsideForward, excuse me. Bethel still exists though, right? Yep, Allies for Community Business. You have the Austin Chamber with Tina. Take advantage of all that's here. Do not leave a stone unturned. It's going to take a lot of work to continue to build. There's a lot of forces that's working against us for making sure that we see the dawn and the light of day. But as you can see, the Lord has his hands on us, and there's a lot of development that's happening. And we just want to make sure that we're a part of it. Now, Wintrust. So some of the things that we do is, besides showing up and making sure that we are a visible face in the community, we do have loan products, and that's one of the things that I do for businesses is we offer small lines of credit. We do offer conventional loans that most people know comes associated with banks. But mainly what you want to make sure you know that Wintrust is here to offer is we are a local community bank presence with a full service financial institution, which means when you go in and you talk to bankers, we do have mortgage, we have investments, we have, you name it. We have a suite of products that we're able to sit down and work with you on. And specifically, when it comes down to lending, because there is so much that goes into it, it's very difficult for us to put a cookie cutter product available and out for people. So what we do is we ask that you would stop by, see us, get our information, let's sit down, let's talk about ways that we can definitely partner. I do want to make sure that you all know that there is a few of us that's working this market. So if you all seen Anthony Scott, he's working this market as well. I'm one of the leaders of this particular market that we're working it along with Melissa and her assistant. We are coming to Austin because we know the work is great, but we feel that this is the best place to put our flag in and to do a lot of good work. When you need access to capital, when you need a community lender, we are the ones that will sit down and take our time. And we happen to know you, we know the community, and we know the needs of the community. And we know it's not easy, but make sure you, again, take advantage of all the resources that is here. Make sure you stop by, talk to us and see it. Let us know what the needs are. Let us know what you need. I do want to also make sure you know that when you all have opportunities and there are grants that's out there that require these reimbursable funds, that's when you want to make sure you have a local bank relationship, because you're going to be able to walk in, let them know what type of funds that you're going to need, and then what, depending on obviously the scenario that's presented, then we're able to then, of course, potentially provide you those particular funds, so that way you'll be able to provide receipts. For far too long, people have gotten these particular grants and not have been in the best position to be able to get them fulfilled. We have partners that are here that is going to help you make sure that you get the money to be able to build in Austin. And we truly want to make sure that we really mean what we say. We really want to be here. We really want to make sure that we're supporting the folks that's in this room and those that are looking to build up Austin. It is happening. It is going to continue to happen. And there's certainly brighter days are ahead. And thank you for the time.
Thank
All right,
you so
and I'll
much.
do it.
Tina from the chamber, come up and just talk a little bit about the Austin Chamber, and then we'll take some questions. And for those online, if you have questions, can you please put it in the chat, and then we'll read them off. But please, Tina.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vanessa.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. As you know,
Good morning.
my name is Tina Augustus. I'm the new Executive Director of the Austin Chamber of Commerce. I've been in charge of the chamber since late February, early March of this year. And as Ann mentioned, quite a few things have happened with the chamber. I'm happy to announce that we have received the Chicago Alfresco grant, and you will see parts of Chicago Avenue and the 5900 block and a few of the restaurants transformed into an outdoor eating and dining space. And so right now we have planters, beautifully painted planters that are out there, which we will be adding to a number of other restaurants. We have restaurant partitions coming soon, as well as table chairs and umbrellas. And one thing I'm excited about this one particular initiative, we really didn't have any type of outdoor dining, with the exception of the Toys having seating and MacArthur's having some seating outdoors. So now we have an opportunity to help enhance the curb appeal and increase foot traffic, because many businesses would travel from the suburbs coming through Austin to their destination, whether it was work or fun attraction or whatever. But now we have other things for them to stop and take notice. So this is something that we're adding to Chicago Avenue as well as Madison. And hopefully we'll increase it as time progresses. The other thing that I'm happy to announce is that the Austin Chamber of Commerce is also a spoke to a hub through DCEO, and it's through the American Immigration Coalition. And so we're also offering technical assistance for the B2B back to business grant, as well as we also have access to accountants. So if a business is having trouble with their accounting or filing taxes, we have accountants who will serve them for free. to help you get your books in order and be prepared for the funding. So, yeah. And, yeah, and that's one thing that they realized that was happening last year when the BIG grant was out. Many small businesses did not receive the funding because their accounting wasn't in order. So that's one great thing that we have to offer. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, wow, this is pretty amazing. All of this amazing opportunity in the room. And I really have to stress, please, please, please take advantage of all of these opportunities. Please, this is what we're here for. And please make sure your information that you've signed in, make sure your information is on the chat so we can share all this information with everybody. Again, my name is Vanessa Stokes. I would give you my cell phone number. No, I'm just joking. I will give you my cell phone number because I think it's important that we all just come together and share. So my phone number is 773-600-8046. Please give me a call, text me, send me a text so we can share this information with everybody. So I'm going to take just a few questions because I really think that folks are really interested in connecting with everybody. So if anyone in the room has a question, yes, Celine.
Well, how are you? Freedom said 3 things that are very important. He said you get along and you can help and she'll pay it back for you at 3%. I don't know if they understand what you said, connected to what he said, that's free. Real talk. If y'all don't understand what they just said, that don't usually happen. So keep your business in order with the chamber, order your finance, and keep the plan together, they're gonna get all you need right now.
Yes.
That's what I heard them say.
Yes.
They didn't say it like that.
Yeah.
You understand? They got y'all in order. Vanessa got the bond money. I'm saying when I'm out the neighborhood, get it in order because it usually don't be in order. They just put it in order for you. I'm glad God brought me here.
Yes, John.
My name is John Womack. Over the last year, I've had conversations with a lot of people from the Austin neighborhood, and we have 2 vacant commercial spaces at North Avenue in Luna. And so we put together an NOF application, submitted in April in coordination with AAABNA, the Arts and Business Council, Alderman Mitts, Vanessa, Tony Rupert, a lot of different people. We want to put a coffee shop in the corner with a community meeting space, an art gallery, event space, and then next to it be an art studio, art exhibit space, art classroom space, so they can kind of feed off each other. So the application was rejected in July. We're planning to submit another application this next round. I'd like to submit a SPIF application as well. So kind of 3 questions related to that. Can we get any feedback on the application before we submit this next round for each of them? Second question, can we submit to both programs and how do you guys coordinate when that happens? And then third, what's the timing before you guys make a decision? Because we have this vacant commercial spaces, it's already been 5 months now. It's going to be December before we hear. So just, if I'm going to get rejected, I'd rather know now, So, turn over to you guys.
Well, why don't I start with SPIF because I think that might be easier. So with the SPIF program, you can absolutely apply for both at the same time. We encourage you to do both. You will have to choose if you qualify for both. You'll have to choose at some point, sort of as you roll along. If you get to the point where you're going to get a commitment from one of the programs, you have to say, okay, this is the one I'm going with. You can't get both at the same time for the same project. You can, if you've gotten one of them already, you can get the other one later. We can talk about that if you have that issue. But yeah, go ahead and apply for both of them. The SPIF program is gonna tell you sooner where you are. So you apply in September. We will let you know within about, you'll know where you stand by the end of October for sure. You know, probably sooner than that. And so that you'll know what's going on with NOF.
And you just start processing after September 30th, or is it kind of rolling?
Yeah, I mean, if we get a lot of applications, we'll have a lottery the second Wednesday. After that, we already have the date set, and you'll know if there's a waiting list, and we'll tell you what that is. And we have more dates set out for rollout coming up. If we need to, we may be able to move that money forward to serve the waiting list if we find we have a ton of applications. And we may be able to see if there's more money available. You could lobby your alderwoman. And see, you know, there's lots of needs in the TIF, so there's always that. So yeah, we can figure that out. So, but you'll have a good idea of what's going on, and then you can make a decision. You can kind of gauge where you stand with NOF.
So to answer that specifically for NOF, thank you, Nora. To echo what Nora said, you can apply for both. We encourage you to apply for both. You do have to choose one. I want to make sure that everybody is aware of that. If you have received one in the past, you can get one in the future potentially, but not consecutively. To go to your specific question about can we offer feedback on your application, the reviewers, of which I'm a part of that, we cannot offer you direct feedback. But there's always general advice that I've been giving people for 4 years when they apply, and that there's core things that the reviewers look at. There's core things that really make for a competitive NOF application. And by the way, the difference between NOF and SPIF in terms of application is that the NOF is a competitive application process that takes months to determine who gets selected, whereas SPIF does not operate on the same competitive basis. And like Nora was saying, selections are made a little bit faster, so take that into consideration. When it comes to the Neighborhood Opportunity Fund, the things that the reviewers look at are site control, the proof of it, whether you own the site or it is properly deeded, you lease the site, and there is a signed lease. And if you don't have either, then proof that that a property purchase is imminent through a purchase and sale agreement or a redevelopment agreement or a letter of intent. Second to that is the construction plan. So how much have you thought about construction? Have you vetted contractors? Do you have an architect on hand? If the project is relatively small, have you reached out to certain subcontractors to get a bid? Do you already know what the price of it is? We want to know what your plan for construction is because that's important. We want to determine the readiness of it. Third of that is design excellence. So the commissioner is emphasizing the design excellence, aka architectural design and interior design and exterior design, really, of all projects. So we want the people that are applying to be able to speak to the sort of design excellence that they strive to achieve. Again, that's interior, exterior, or however it is that's quantified. What is the character of the business and how is that the character of the business going to be implemented into the aesthetic principles of the design. And then, of course, working with community partners because these projects don't happen in a vacuum. They happen with the community, with the community in mind. So how much is that community input? How much is that shown in the application? So we want to see if you have community support. Have you thought about it? And if you have thought about it, then who is going to back the project and things of that nature. There's other elements as well, but those are some of the core elements. And I am happy to go over these core elements with you. I can't provide direct feedback on the application nor any direct feedback, but I can always go over here are the things that historically make a very competitive application. And we could definitely help lead you along that direction.
As a member of the NOF Advisory Council, I would also say, and having been asked by these folks to participate in the review process, I would also say that what's important, at least to me, is economic return. In other words, make sure that the community residents get some benefit from your project. And totally it's significant. You're building this thing, but it's only gonna put money in the pockets of the owners, and that may not necessarily be the best thing for the community.
So that's and we plan on making selection in January 2022 for this latest round. So that gives you a little time. So again, with SPIF, it's a little bit faster turnaround for selections.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you guys for this, a lot of great information. I have a similar question, but so actually two. So for SPIF, so I actually own a property that's not in TIF zone. So that just means don't qualify, can't do it. Okay, got it. All right. So in terms of mixed use for NOF, I know that that's like an area where it depends. So my particular property, I have 2 tenants. And is it best when you are the owner to apply, or is it best for your tenants to apply? And then when you have multiple locations at one address or at one site, you know, that's attached to one deed, how do you apply for that?
So that is really up to the applicants themselves. By the way, did you say this is mixed use, a mixed use building? Okay, so it depends on the project.
Obviously, I know it.
Of course. Sure. You know, when tenants apply, it's normally for their, you know, for their space, and that's it. If they wanted to go beyond that for NOF, sure, but normally that doesn't happen. They're just going to focus on their own space. So if the project is really focused on one area, then it makes sense for the tenant to apply for the grant. If the landlord wants to make improvements to more than that space, to both spaces, then it makes sense for the landlord to apply. Your next question might be, can a landlord and tenant apply for the same building? Yes, but keep in mind, this is a competitive grant process, so it's highly unlikely that they'll both be selected. Correct. In that scenario, more than likely, if both of them are competitive enough, the landlord would probably edge out the tenant because it covers more of the space. But that's not a determination that I can necessarily make in a vacuum. That's something that the reviewers have to go in through the process. But yeah, in the scenario that you are describing, I think it depends on the need, but it sounds like the landlord applying would be the most advantageous use of the funds.
Yeah, but I mean, and sort of to Ed's point, that sort of seems like it's for my gain, but it's not, you know, because it's a property that has been like abandoned for a while. So aesthetically, it's right on 2 main streets. I'm surprised it's not in this building. So any advice or tips or success tips for when you are an owner, a landlord applying for NOF? Because usually it is just the individual business, the tenant. So any advice, those tips that you just gave in terms of design, you know, community impact, I know will be the stickler for this. So do I focus more so on, you know, obviously it's a restaurant, you know, this is providing, or we're hiring, you know, the tenants are hiring, like provide insight letters or something from the tenants explaining, you know, whatever information you guys can share, because it's like the landlords are somewhat segmented out of NOF, although it says that we're included.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've done a few successful landlord applications in the past. One of the requirements for a landlord when they're applying and throughout the whole process is to have an end use in mind. So a landlord can't just apply to vanilla box a property so that they can flip it, you know, or vanilla box a property without us knowing what the end use is, because there are eligible versus ineligible businesses. To your point, an eligible business would be a restaurant and an ineligible business would be a nightclub. So if you're a landlord, we don't know necessarily what tenants will be there until we look at the leases that you provide. So my suggestion to you would be, if you don't have tenants in mind right now, definitely think about that, and then definitely see what you can do to market the space to those specific types of tenants. And then again, back to community impact. So what is the community asking for? What sort of tenants does the community desire? Do these tenants match with the footprint of the neighborhood? Do they mesh well with the neighborhood? Do they add a value to the neighborhood? Is this something that the community supports? Those are the things that a landlord really has to think about, especially if they don't have tenants. Like we've done landlords that have already had tenants, but for landlords that don't have tenants.
If there are tenants.
Right, right. Just have to go that extra mile to make sure that these tenants are backed by the community. But the tenants are already there and they're eligible. You know, the value add, you know, to your point, the value add to that would be if you're doing exterior and interior improvements, well, a more beautiful, you know, a more beautiful location for the neighborhood, something that the neighborhood can take pride in, something that the neighborhood might be more willing to invest in, because clearly there was an investment from within to get the building to that shape. So now maybe that's going to attract more buyers to that space. You know, if you want people to come, if you build it, they will come, right? That's what we learned from Field of Dreams. I like baseball. I'm sorry. No, but it's but that's really one of the core tenets of NOF is, you know, you're building, you're rehabbing these buildings with the hope that the community will see this investment and then make that investment themselves. And as long as you you know, create a rapport with the community about what it is they want to invest in, I think that further validates the project itself. But yeah, so but that's going into the minutia. But going back to the landlord thing. Again, that's something to work out with your tenant. Does it make sense to build out both spaces, or is it really just one space or another space that needs for development?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh my God, this is so great. I'm sorry. I just, yes, I did a question. Yes.
So my name is Joseph Green. So my question is, what if you have this idea, but you don't have all of the groundwork laid? Who in this room right now can
Anybody
connect with?
Anybody in the room you can connect with. See, this is the thing. This is why I did this, okay? Because everyone here has the information, has the knowledge, has the connections to get you where you want to be. So just reach out to anybody, talk to anybody. Folks that I talk to, that they're happy to connect you to their own networks of people, right? So just connect with anyone, anybody here, share what it is that you're looking to do, and then they can put you on that right track, okay? So I just want to be aware of the time. It's 9:37, and I just wanted to check to see if there are any questions. There's no questions, okay? So everyone, please, yes, just one moment. Everyone, please, I just want to make sure that everyone signs in. So that's the way that we're going to be able to share the information with everybody. And then everybody online, please put your information in the chat so we can get that information and share. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Natalie Williams. And my question, I actually appreciate you guys putting together this meeting this morning, both in person and virtually. I was actually on the Zoom and I have to rush in person because I didn't want to miss the opportunity to network with you guys.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Nonprofit organization. We've been a charitable organization in the Austin community since 2018. And we actually applied to the NFL grant the second round and we were denied. And hearing about the SPIF grant, I want to ask, are these opportunities open to nonprofit organizations? I know that you said that they are a little bit more competitive, but are you in the same bucket with for-profit companies? And what's my other question? And for the Chamber of Commerce, as far as the accounting, she mentioned helping businesses who weren't really prepared in a financial position to prepare for these grants. Is there assistance available for that as well for nonprofits?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, NOF does allow for nonprofit applications. We actually had a few nonprofits successfully close out an NOF grant. It is a competitive application process, and since it's more designed for commercial businesses, that is mostly the focus of NOF. But with that said, we encourage nonprofits that have a commercial aspect to their business to apply for it. Again, the focus is commercial, but we do allow for nonprofit applications.
Awesome. So couple of announcements. So I just wanted to make everybody aware, on your table there is a piece of paper that says We Build Chicago. If you do the scan, it'll take you to a survey. So I'm one of the artist organizers for We Build Chicago underneath the economic development pillar. And so we're working in the next 30 days or so, we're gonna have some events, but I just wanted to make you all aware that this is happening right now. So this is the city's comprehensive plan. So this is going to help our community. It's gonna help us get the things that we need in our community, and we just need people to participate and share with folks in your networks, okay? So please, if you can scan this and do the survey, it's very simple, very easy survey. Also, September 12th at Mayfield in Chicago, we're having the Blues Fest. So the Blues Fest is coming to the Austin community. And so please share that with your networks. I think it's from 1 to 6, 1 to 8, I'm sorry, 1 to 8. There will be food trucks out there. There's gonna be a stage with all types of wonderful food and acts and whatnot. So please do share that with your networks too, and please come. September 25th is going to be the Austin Power 5K, which will start at Mayfield in Chicago and run in the community and then down Chicago Avenue and back. So please do share that. And I think the website is austinpower5k.com where you can register. And then also Antonia, we got Liz Antonia's Austin Art Showcase, save the date, September 12th through the 25th. Celebrate the talent and vibrancy of Austin's creative community. And this, Antonia is here today, and Antonia is the artist in residence for the Austin community. So please, if you can, there's some information on here. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Let's see. Invest. Oh, perfect. Invest in Austin at TonyRupert.com. INVESTINAUSTIN at TonyRupert.com. TONIRUPPERT.com. Okay, y'all. Okay, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming out.
As Vanessa getting ready to close out, let me reiterate again what I said from the beginning. Now is your time. That's real serious, and I'm not saying it. You wouldn't have had these opportunities before the pandemic. And if you want to go in business and start a business, just have the mindset. This area is open for people to come in, and they are coming in. Just don't let the outside come in and you sitting inside and you're not getting your fair share. We're not building all of these developments in the neighborhood, and there's not going to be any business for anyone to use. They're coming with or without you. So why don't you get ahead since you're in the inside, seeing what's going on? When all of these police officers and first responders come to this neighborhood 24/7, if I were you, I would be thinking about what are they gonna want? What can I do? What business can I bring that are not here? And try and use your mind to put those services in the neighborhood so that you automatically be successful. And you got the banks, you got the city, and the city is willing to work because the mayor have indicated invest Southwest. Everyone, and as your alderman standing here, I know this because I get the calls and I'm meeting with them and I'm hearing it, I'm bagged up. But I wanted to be, and I'm so happy that Vanessa had this event today to share with you so you can start taking care of your business. whether it be residential, commercial, manufacturer, whatever your business. Let's put it together. Put it together. Now, get your team. Go to work. It wasn't written out how to do it. Somebody had to start from somewhere. So your mind is just as great as the person, as the billionaire. Let's get it done, y'all. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to make an announcement of two events that's also happening on the weekend of 12th of September. And it's right before the Blues Fest, right in the same area. So the Austin Chamber with the Alfresco, we're hosting Austin Chamber Presents Austin Alfresco. And so we will be hosting a number of events throughout Austin that's anchored to the restaurants when we have the outdoor dining. And on Friday, September the 10th, we're hosting a music concert. And so we have a jazz band who will also be coming to play. Actually, they're going to be playing a combination of jazz and blues and other music. So we invite you to come out. It will be from 5 to 8 p.m. And then Saturday the 12th is Ghana Against Ghana Fest. And so the entire block of the 5900 West Chicago will be blocked off. The event will be from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There will be food vendors and other guests who will be attending and hosting tables. There's going to be a fashion show and drummers coming out. So we invite you to also join us there.
Thank you, Tina.
And you can find us online at Chicago Austin Chamber. We changed the name from Austin Chamber because many people, when they go to type in Austin Chamber, they go to Austin, Texas. So we are now ChicagoAustinChamber.com.
Thank you, Tina. This is you all's time. Please connect with any of these people that are here to share their resources. Like I said, please sign in if you haven't signed in, and so we can capture information. But thank you so much for everyone being here today.
Thank you, Vanessa.